video is sponsored by the rubber division of ACS. Watching your favorite team throw around the pigskin is an autumn weekend ritual, but there's something they don't want you to know. As much fun as some people have watching guys in tights fight over who gets to hold a weirdly shaped hand egg, they're lying to you. That's right, footballs aren't made of pigskin. Instead, sports balls of all varieties owe their resilience and reliability to an unusual polymer, one whose derivatives and spin-offs are everywhere you look, from cars to shoes to rocket fuel. Yes, even rocket fuel. Meet the All-Star's best friend, rubber. For hundreds of years, indigenous peoples of Central and South America, like the Olmecs, have known that you can extract a stretchy, bouncy substance from the sap of certain trees, most notably Hevea brasiliensis, which is natural rubber latex. The sap contains polyisoprene, which is processed into natural rubber or dried and used as latex for things like surgical gloves. The polyisoprene strings are springy and flexible, giving rubber its stretchy properties. But natural rubber has some flaws. It flows readily at high temperatures and becomes rigid when it's cold. That's because the long strains of polyisoprene are free to flow past each other inside the rubber, so they can ooze or solidify just like any other substance. Charles Goodyear found in 1839 that adding sulfur to rubber, then heating the mixture, causes a chemical change to take place. Atoms of sulfur form bridges between the polyisoprene chains, linking them together. They can no longer drift past each other. The flexible polyisoprene and tough sulfur crosslinks strike a balance between flexibility and rigidity that are key to rubber's bouncy, stretchy properties. It can deform, but return to its original shape time and time again, just like Stretch Armstrong. Remember him? When rubber became temperature resistant, aka vulcanized, that was its chance to take over the world. Not only was it suitable to be made into tires, but it could also be used to make engine turn belts and seal up gaps even at high heat. Yep, rubber totally made cars a thing. But its cultural awesomeness doesn't end there. Most rubber these days isn't derived from trees. There are dozens of kinds of synthetic rubber, and even more kind of not rubber but still kind of stretchy and useful materials made from petroleum. One kind of synthetic rubber, polysulfide rubber, or thiacol, is even used to bind rocket fuel together. But back to sports, because we know that's what you really watch science videos for. Most of your good old sports balls are going to have some rubber in them, or one of those similar stretchy substances. Footballs contain an air bladder made of polyurethane surrounded by leather made from cows, not pigs. Originally, footballs were probably made of animal bladders, which might have actually come from pigs, but that's still not their skin. Rubber and then polyurethane replaced the bladders, much to the pig's relief. And while rubber or polyurethane holds its shape, animal bladders don't. It's possible that the pointed shape of modern footballs is just because the animal bladders were so wonky, they gave up on trying to have a round ball. Now, how much rubber is in the ball affects what it can do. This tennis ball is filled with air, which is easily compressed, so it smushes flat when it bounces. The rubber snaps the ball back into shape, but that requires energy. So some of the energy the ball had on the way down is lost on the way back up, decreasing the height of the bounce. A super ball, on the other hand, is one giant chunk of polybutadiene, another synthetic rubber. And the whole thing is vulcanized. The tough sulfur bridges prevent the ball from losing its shape too much, and most of the energy carries over to the next bounce. Basketballs bounce much like tennis balls, but the NBA apparently favors natural rubber and leather. And baseballs need to fly when you hit them, but not so far that every hit is a home run. So while they have a rubber core, it's wrapped in string to deaden the bounciness a little, and then in leather for grip.
Oh, sorry, I heard we're doing a video about rubber and sports, and we haven't done hockey yet?
Well, yeah, but we just haven't gotten there yet. Why don't you take it away, Darcy?
Sure. So a hockey puck is just a round, flat, frozen piece of vulcanized rubber. And you know, speaking of vulcanized and hockey, Alberta, that produces a lot of hockey players, also has a town in it named Vulcan. I don't know if they maybe play Star Trek on ice there?
Well, thanks for that, I think. Anyway, so there you have it. All of your favorite sports rely on rubber, or rubberish things, to make the play. And you need rubber to drive to the ballpark, and rubber to fly to space to watch space volleyball. Okay, I made that last one up, but how dope would that be? Thanks to the rubber division of ACS for making this video possible. Engage with them at rubber.org to learn more about elastomer science and to find out how to become part of this community. Sound off in the comments and be sure to hit the like and subscribe. See you out there, sports fans, and hey, thanks for watching.